The person I chose for my Black Achiever in the STEM field is Wanda M. Austin. Austin was born on September 8th of 1954 in New York City, New York, in a low-income Bronx neighborhood called the Claremont Projects. The high school Austin attended was called the Bronx High School of Science. She had to take an exam to get in, and to pass it, she did. So she got it, and she graduated high school when she was only 15 because she took an accelerated program that allowed her to skip a year. After high school, she attended Franklin and Marshall College, where she earned her Bachelor of Science degree in mathematics and graduated in 1975. After that, she decided to go to the University of Pittsburgh, where she earned her Master's of Science degree in Mathematics and Systems Engineering in 1977. After graduating, Austin went to work at Rockwell International for 18 months. However, she left, and in 1977 she joined aerospace. While there, she worked on many projects in the satellite communications and defense area. Within the first few years of working in aerospace, Austin was named one of the 5 Women of the Year. With an advanced study grant from aerospace and the support and encouragement from the president and CEO of the company, Eberhard Rechten, Austin earned her doctoral degree in systems engineering from University of Southern California in 1988, while still carrying on with her project for the United States Air Force. During her career, Austin became acknowledged globally for her work in satellite and payload system acquisition, systems engineering, and system simulation. Austin was promoted to Manager of Air Force Satellite Communications Systems in 1991. In 1997, she became the General Manager of the Electric System Division in Aerospace. Austin continued to move higher up the ranks in aerospace due to her hard work and determination. Eventually, she couldn't move up any higher. In January of 2008, she was collectively voted by the Aerospace Corporation Board of Trustees to become the president and CEO of the company. She held this position for 8 years until she retired very recently in 2016. Austin worked a total of 37 years as an executive and aeronautical engineer. Throughout that large span of time, Austin acquired numerous awards and honors. Included in that lengthy list are the 2009 Black Engineer of the Year Award, being included into the Women of in Technology International Hall of Fame in September of 2007, and serving on former President Obama's Review of Spaceflight Plans Committee in 2009. There are many more things Austin has accomplished, but I won't continue the list. Instead, I'll tell you about what inspired her to choose her career. It all started when Austin got in an argument with her high school literature teacher. She describes the teacher as having a rather large sense of self. The argument was over a book they read in class. The teacher asked Austin what she thought something in the book meant. When she gave her personal interpretation, Austin's teacher said, "No, you're wrong." And Austin countered, "How do you know?" She describes her thoughts on this scene in the following quote: "But it was a defining moment in my life because it caused me to say, math is not easy for me, but I know that when I study hard and I work this problem and I can show my work, that without any question, people will say, okay, you got that right. It's not open for debate. So either I earned it or I didn't. And it is what caused me to pursue mathematics in college." A person that influenced Austin to choose her career was one of her math professors in college. Austin says of him, "He was one of those people who took time to notice how you're doing and took time to demonstrate that he cared that you be successful. And it was because of him that I went on to graduate school in mathematics." Although what I've said up to this point has been pretty positive, Austin's life hasn't been. One obstacle she had to overcome was being a double minority at her first college, Franklin and Marshall College. There were only 20 black students out of about 2,000 students total. She and most of the other black students were part of the black student organization called the Black Student Union. Along with being in the ethnic minority, Austin was also among the gender minority. Only 5 of the 20 black students were women, including Austin. There weren't many women who attended Franklin and Marshall College in general. Austin says they didn't have sororities back then because the school was just barely co-ed. I think the first class of women graduated, I want to say in 1973, and I was the class of 1975, so there weren't a lot of women on campus. This must have been difficult for Austin, but she never let it stop her from achieving her goals and dreams. On that note, I think diversity is important in the STEM field because other people's opinions are very much worth listening to. When we work with people who are different than us, we can experience another way of thinking. Also, our eyes can be open to another side of the problem that we can't see ourselves. Someone of another ethnicity, gender, or religion might see something that we have overlooked.